She paid me $1,000 to pretend to be her fiancé for 3 months. But when I walked into the wedding and saw my ex with my best friend, she told me, I didn't know about Kian, I just walked away. That was 2 months ago. This morning, she showed up at my door, her hands shaking with nothing left to say. My first month at my new job, this girl from my department promised me $1,000 if I could be her fiancé for 3 months. I thought it was a prank. Renee was the girl in the office that made managers forget about their wives. I was the new guy who only spoke to people about code. But then she explained that her hated cousin's wedding was in 90 days, and she needed someone tall and handsome, so her family would stop pressuring her to find someone. What she conveniently forgot to mention is that the cousin getting married was Sasha, Sasha's cousin, my ex who had left me for my best friend. We drew up an actual contract on my laptop right there. No kissing, hand-holding only when necessary. We'd break up a week after the wedding, and we'd split any cash gifts 60-40 since she was paying me. She made me practice my boyfriend voice in the supply closet. You sound like you're reading a hostage note, she said, fixing my collar. I had to practice calling her babe without cringing. Rehearse how we met until our story was bulletproof. She taught me her dad liked football and her mom would judge my shoes. The first time I met her parents, I said we met at a conference while she said coffee shop. Her mom's eyebrow raised exactly 1 millimeter, but her dad laughed and said, can't keep your stories straight, must be true love. They grilled me for hours. I left with them believing I owned a ranch back in Canada. Renee made a show of kissing my cheek on the way out. Very theatrical, very fake. But then 2 weeks in, things started shifting subtly. At work, we kept our distance, separate lunch breaks, minimal interaction. But she'd started bringing me coffee without asking. Just left it on my desk with a sticky note. For the performance tonight. Oat milk latte, extra shot, which I'd never told her. The family dinners were exhausting at first. All performance. Hand-holding that felt like a business handshake. Practiced smiles. But by the third dinner, I wasn't checking my watch anymore. Her dad and I actually talked football. Her mom taught me recipes while Renee watched with this unreadable expression. Family game night changed everything. When we destroyed her siblings at charades, her dad pulled me aside. I've never seen her this comfortable with someone. That night in the car, Renee was quiet. Sorry, she said suddenly. For what? I asked. Just all of this. Everything I'm putting you through. I thought she meant the fake relationship. Looking back, she was apologizing for what was coming. Our text conversations evolved too. First, just logistics. Dinner at 7, blue shirt. Then she'd text after family events. You did good tonight. Then random thoughts at midnight. Then, you awake? At 2 a.m., followed by 40 messages about coworkers, movies, anything. She'd mention my idiot ex who fumbled the best guy ever, and I'd tense up. Seriously, who cheats on someone that amazing? She'd push, watching my reaction. Some people make mistakes, I'd mumble, and she'd look away, guilty about something I didn't understand yet. One night at the office, both staying late, we finally acknowledged it. This is getting complicated, I said. It's just method acting, she insisted, but her hands were shaking. Renee, you brought me soup when I was sick last week. That wasn't for your family. She stood up frustrated. So what if I care? We need to stick to the contract, I said weakly. Right, she agreed. But her nephew's birthday party was when pretending became impossible. I did dinosaur voices to make him laugh, and when I looked up, Renee was staring at me like I'd solved world hunger. Other moms kept asking how long we'd been together, and she'd get this soft look. The cake tasting was what broke us both. She started sobbing over chocolate versus vanilla, but I couldn't understand why. I held her in the parking lot while she ugly cried into my shirt. I'm so sorry, Alan. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault, I said. Yes, it is, she whispered, and no matter what I said, she refused to feel less guilty. Pretending to care about you is killing me, I finally admitted one night. She looked like she might cry. Alan, there's something. I perked up, but then she couldn't bring herself to say it. After the wedding, she said. We'll talk after the wedding. That's when it happened. The rehearsal